you zooming in on your face like a nigga supposed to get scared or something?
Because
Can't
I'm
be
starting the
weird.
video. I didn't do nothing to scare you, bitch.
Hey, shut up, nigga.
Shut your ugly ass up. But we finna
Your
watch
ass
the
like a
video.
bug, nigga. Fuck you talking about.
You look like them bugs off Bugs Life.
Gang, you got a
Them
bird
bitches
chest. You got
standing
a
up on
bird chest.
2 feet.
You got a bird chest, nigga.
Them
Fuck you
bitches
talking
standing
about.
up on 2 legs. That's just how you built.
Your head like the back of a keyboard.
Your fucking
A
praying
60%
mantis.
keyboard.
You
Fuck you talking
built
about.
like a
Oh
praying
god.
mantis.
Oh god, your head built like a middle finger.
Alright, bro, I
Elbow
quit, bro. I
head.
quit. I quit. But look, James sent me a video. Do we have a monoculture? I don't even know what monoculture is for real. Okay, type shit. It refers to the agricultural practice of growing a single crop species in the field at one time, without the crops.
He tells you
What comes to
in
mind when you
VID.
see
Okay, real, better,
this
process
picture?
it.
What about this one? How about this one? A word that's come up on this channel in a few previous videos is monoculture, which is, from a sociological definition, a dominant shared cultural experience where the majority of the population consumes the same media, shares the same references, and participates in the same societal trends. On this channel, it usually comes up in the context of me saying that I don't think we have one anymore. Whether I'm answering the question of why we don't have any new male pop stars, or any superstars in general, or why the Grammy's Best New Artist category is always made up of acts who the average fan has either known and listened to for years and years, or never heard of at all. The prevailing thesis is that everyone is on their phones with a different algorithm, which shows them completely different things. And this has replaced older forms of media consumption that brought everyone together at the same time and place, like primetime TV or the peak of the blockbuster movie industry, or even the radio era. So because of that, there is no monoculture anymore, and we all live in our own little worlds. Some of the signs that people point to as evidence of this are the lack of new, universally recognizable A-list stars, not just in music, but in movies or TV or any other form of entertainment. Think about someone like Michael Jackson. Will we ever have anyone who's that ubiquitously famous? Or on the flip side, the shell shock you feel when you read a headline like Dave Portnoy reacts to Brianna Chicken Fry's response to Call Her Daddy podcast host Alex Cooper, or the classic clavicular got frame mogged by ASU frat leader, and you're left in the dust wondering who the hell any of these people are or what any of it means. But does this actually mean that we just don't have any kind of monoculture at all anymore? I used to think that, but today I'm not so sure. I was inspired by a new post from the excellent podcast and newsletter Trapital, which I recommend checking out if you're a fan of the stuff I cover when I talk about the more businessy side of music news. They were debating back and forth about whether or not we have a monoculture, and it made some points that had me thinking a bit deeper. And I always want to cite my inspirations for my videos when I can, so if you want to check out that episode I'm talking about, I'll put it in the description. I personally read the newsletters in my email. I recommend doing that. It's a lot of fun. One of the most common sentiments right now, one that seems to have permeated most niches, age groups, and subcultures, is that everything is the same now. There are so many examples of this phenomenon. American cities all have the same fast casual slop bowl locations, and if you're outside of a city and you have those little strip malls, think about how all of them have the exact same things. Starbucks, Chipotle. In bigger cities like New York,
Yo, let me get a brunch of egg and cheese. Hold the dick and balls, right?
Where maybe there are more examples of varied food options. One will go viral on TikTok, and the next day there will be a line around the whole block. If thousands upon thousands of people are receiving the same video on their feeds in a 24-hour span, and it motivates them all to get up and go stand in line for an hour or two for a bagel, is that not some kind of monoculture? I found a statistic that said 87% of American teenagers have an iPhone. Interestingly enough, when I was growing up in the late 2000s and early 2010s, a time that many would argue was still under some semblance of monoculture, we all had different phones. Motorola Razors,
That nigga
Blackberry,
Cam look like a
Sidekick,
monoculture NPC.
LG Chocolates, Samsung Juice.
Bitch, you look like a hermaphrodite.
The word NPC derived from the video game concept of the non-player character, basically like who you're not playing as in the video
kind of
game,
had
but the
different
character
phones.
that you go
Dudes
talk
either
to, has been
Samsung
used
or,
to describe people with
Android.
basic, predictable
them the
tastes.
same
Could we
thing.
have such a
Android or
widespread
iPhone, I mean.
popularity and usage of a word like NPC
Bro, that's
in a
like-
world
bro,
where
that
there
feel
aren't
like
a
that's
bunch of
been
people
around.
who are doing the same things and
You
are
see that shit
perceived
like
to
what?
have the
Your shit lagging. Say that
Always
again.
Android and iPhone. It's never nothing different, bro.
Oh, real. Exactly. Real. They do got
That's
different
crazy.
shit. You just gotta go find it.
Yeah, like they just got Android and iPhone.
exact
Like,
They
same
know what
case.
they doing
In the
with that.
meantime, AI is quickly
Every
becoming the
brand
dominant visual and
is
written
like
language of our time,
connected
with
to either
recognizable
Android
signifiers like the
or
Chat
iPhone, but
GPT.
iPhone don't got like that many options.
That's real.
iPhone don't got that many options. They just got Apple. But
Exactly.
Android, you got you got the Samsung, you got
They
the
got all type
Black
of
Beetle, whatever you
Samsung.
call it, bro. You got like, bro. You feel me though?
Nah, that's real. I got both. I got a Galaxy and I got an iPhone.
Format and the
Exactly.
use
It's
of
never
M
nothing
dashes or
else,
the
bro. It's always
yellowish
an
piss tint.
Android or an iPhone, bro.
Facts. I don't even know what the fuck else to like. I don't even know if they got anything else you can get like from the store. Unless you get a fucking flip phone, but you can't
On
even
all
do
the
shit.
images that come out. But what it's worth,
A
as someone
flip
who
phone is
used a
still
lot
an
of M dashes in
Android,
writing
though.
growing up,
Really?
like I feel like the imposter in
Yes.
Among Us when I write now, because people are always like,
See,
"Oh, it's
they do
ChatGPT,"
that shit
and
on
it's annoying
purpose.
because I don't use ChatGPT for like any
I know
writing
they
at
do.
all.
That's
and
what
at this
I'm
point, I think I'm
saying.
actually gonna
It's
stop
crazy.
using the M dash
Good
because it's
fuck.
like so ChatGPT code.
Oh,
A
God,
lot
they
of
do
time
that
in
shit
music
on purpose.
discourse, which is
Nigga.
what I do most of on this channel, it feels like the death of monoculture comes up as a way to explain why people don't know who new artists are. Or why those newer artists,
I
even
just
when they
learned
get
something
really
from you, bro.
popular,
You
aren't doing
love
the same
holding
kind of
objects in
numbers
your
and
hand,
sales
bro,
and
while you streaming, bro.
Bitch is just the mic.
charts that the older
You like
superstars were
holding
doing.
long
But in some
objects
fields
in your
outside of
hand.
music, the prevailing narrative that you would see is a sense that there is a monoculture. One of the most common
Why
topics
you
in
be
modern
noticing
fashion
the
is
freak
why
shit?
does everybody dress the
Why
same?
your TikTok feed like that? Why you can't scroll without seeing a nigga meat in his mouth?
Bro,
friend of
I'm not
mine,
even gonna
Charlie
lie,
Sosnick,
bro.
wrote a
Yo ass gay. I ain't never seen no shit like that.
great
boy.
piece for
You
GQ
lying,
about
crazy.
breaking up with black loafers as a 20-something guy
Grown
because
ass
it seems
man,
like
nigga,
every
talking about
guy is
some meat in
rocking
your
them.
mouth.
And
Nigga,
I
get your
felt
gay
targeted
ass
because I
on,
love
boy.
wearing black loafers.
Yo ass
The method
crazy.
of
I
getting
mean,
clothes
Android
may have
produces
changed.
almost
Bitch
all
Not
shit
the
going
like
to
that
electronics.
before.
Really, they even
Fuck.
make the screen for iPhones.
Not gonna lie, trick.
I mean,
I don't know
Android
anything
produces
about that.
almost all electronics. Really, they even make the screen for iPhone.
Bro,
That
that's some
shit
crazy ass shit though, bro.
Yeah, that shit
What
insane.
the fuck? Like you can't name one thing that's not connected to Android, bro. You can't name one thing that's not connected to Android, bro.
That's real. What they do? I don't know what they do to them bitches. I know what they
That's what
do.
I'm saying, bro. That shit get out of me. Hey,
I have a feeling, but
I think he planted them down here for, cause
no, that's not God.
you don't think that's God, bro. Like some type of aliens or something, bro.
Why
Like that's
exactly?
crazy.
Why you think the Apple bidding on the back of an iPhone?
Yeah, like, for real. Who bit that hoe, bro? Who bit that hoe? Who bit it? Who bit it,
He talking
nigga?
about who
They
bid it.
probably have monopoly on a certain high-valued material.
He
Who
ain't
bit
never
the
read the
apple,
Bible before.
cuz? Who bit that hoe, bro? I've been trying to know this for a long time, bro. Who bit the apple, cuz? What my phone, bro? I'm curious now, bro. Oh, it's right here. Cuz. Who bit that motherfucker, bro?
He said they probably have monopoly on a certain high value material. Bro, once you get past a certain part, I feel like it's just a pyramid.
Exactly.
It's just a pyramid. All them niggas run the same shit.
Exactly, bro.
Or they all invest in the same shit. Like they all got their money in
This
this shit.
shit is crazy, bro. We really in the matrix, cuz.
This shit really is just a
This shit
fucking circle.
crazy.
Like everything go
And it's
back
like
to
the
them.
day. Exactly. You see how like it's getting hotter and shit. It's like the sun just getting closer too.
That's good though. I like that shit.
But
It
if
do
it
be
get
hot
too
as
hot and the
fuck.
sun get closer, though, bro, imagine in like 2099, cuz.
I'm saying that
And the
family
sun,
has a
the sun
material
just
such as
right there.
vibrani or a special oil.
Then we
Yeah.
gotta use some type of like equipment to build a big ass bubble around like Earth and shit.
You ever got
Block
sunburnt?
the sun. You said what?
You ever got sunburnt?
No, nigga, I'm
Vibrani.
not white
Exactly,
skinned,
nigga.
boy.
You good. You good. You just gonna get darker. Black ass nigga.
No, nigga. I'm talking about what if it got closer to Earth, like to where it like it like it explodes Earth, like it pull it in.
It's not though. He won't.
How you know?
All right. You know how they said they had a was that virus supposed to be going around?
Hantavirus?
Yeah, you know how they said they got that?
Yeah.
That's a lie. You know how
Yeah,
much
cause they ain't in no yeah, facts. Wouldn't we be going on lockdown right now, bro?
why you think if they gonna lie about that, what else they not gonna lie about? So
Facts,
why would they
facts.
tell us anything real?
Mm-hmm. And then I be seeing
So
on
like
videos and shit, the pigeons be having fucking duct tape around their ankles and shit, bro.
they be marked, like caught on some shit.
Yeah, like yeah. They be like marked, bro, and it's like they not real birds or something, bro. Like shit crazy.
No, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised. Or some shit. Shit, it's just all type of shit that don't make sense. Bro, if you dig in the ground 500, everything just revolve around bread. If you dig it 500 feet down or meters down, it's unlimited water. Like, you got your own free water.
For real.
If you put a solar panel on top of your shit
Oh
right
my
now,
god. I
you
I
got
straight
free
didn't even think of
electricity.
that, bro.
Like,
It's like and I'm saying it's like it's unlimited electricity, bro. They just like
exactly.
they just don't want to share it, like cause
They just making
that's why
niggas
they be
pay
turning
for it.
your power off. Exactly. It's like it's unlimited electricity, bro. That shit crazy, bro.
If you catch a headache and you take an ibuprofen, that bitch
That
just,
shit just vanishes. It's gone.
it's not gone. It's just that ibuprofen just cut off the pain
This
receptors.
yeah.
It don't
Oh
heal
my.
it, it just suppress it. So really they just making the problem bigger. You don't know why you got the headache. But a headache is your body telling you there's something wrong. If you catch a headache for not eating, I bet it go away after you continue not to eat. Like, the reason why is because you probably been eating some bullshit. I used to catch a headache for not drinking, for not having sugar, and I stopped drinking sugar shit.
Bro, that could just be you just old as hell.
Bitch, you old as hell, nigga. You you old
Nigga
as
look
hell.
like a nigga
You
look
a
like a
young OG over there.
motherfucking yo ass like a young cockroach.
You got a lean gut and all.
Hell nah, nigga.
Hell yeah. You got the Lucky. You got
You
that
talking about the Lucky?
Summers.
You look like Lucky.
Alright, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
Mall and going to Abercrombie.
He talking about, I'm saying that family has a material such as vibranium or a special oil. Bro, even the niggas that make shit like the people that make fire shit, like go search what happened to the last nigga that
That
made a
gang.
car
Shut
run
up
off
real quick,
water.
bro. Shut up real quick. Hey, I'm finna watch YouTube, bro. I'm gonna be
See,
back.
boy. Alright.
All
Alright,
right.
ugly. But see what happened to the last nigga that made his car run off water. Go see where he at. That bitch ain't nowhere to be found.
American Eagle and
You might have to
PacSun
read
and
about it.
Spencer's and whatever. You're going online or going thrifting looking for a particular item that has come back in style because maybe somebody popular wore it. The idea that everyone dresses the same is antithetical to the idea that monoculture is dead. And whether it's true or not that everyone does dress the same, for the people that agree that they do, they tend to argue that the Scooby-Doo villain behind the mask is the algorithm. Scrolling and seeing people post similar fits will either inspire you to buy the same thing that they're wearing, or at least make you feel like everyone's wearing the same thing because
That's all designer is. That's all designer is, bro. Bro, once they started putting that bullshit on designer and they started putting more stupid shit and made the quality for a lot of that shit lower. Like, they using Walmart shit, then overpricing that bitch. Like, that shit not cool to me. Fuck your logo, like, fuck the logo and shit like that. Niggas be paying $500 for a white tee.
you keep seeing it on your algorithm.
There's nothing
and
wrong
whether
with
the
that,
people around
but
you
it's just saying.
got their fitspo from the mall
It's
or
different.
from the explore
Like,
page when you're
I
out
can
in
have $1
Mexico
million,
City
I'm
like
still not
Charlie
gonna
was
pay
talking about in
$500
the
for that
article,
white
and
tee,
you see
unless the material good, unless it's certain materials, unless it's certain 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 fabrics. Certain fabrics.
Everybody around you in your age bracket wearing black loafers, it triggers the same response as when everyone was wearing silly bands in 2009 or 2010 or whatever year that was. I don't even really remember. If the fashion girlies and the underground archive Japanese brand wearers and the streetwear holdovers and the Instagram explore page demons each feel like their scenes are getting monotonous and repetitive, and at the same time in music, the hip-hop fans, the young ragers, the pop fans, the R&B fans, and the country fans all feel like their respective subgenres are getting stale and repetitive, then can we really argue that we don't have a monoculture? I think that the definition of monoculture that we've gotten comfortable with gets caught up on specific pieces of media, but maybe the way we should think about monoculture is seeing it as a shared feeling. Because if we look back at the definition of a monoculture, its baseline is that it's a dominant shared cultural experience. And maybe our dominant shared cultural experience in 2026 is the feeling that everything is the same. I'm starting to think that the algorithm and the internet killed the monoculture that we once knew but created a new one defined by shared cultural feelings. One signifier of today's proposed monoculture that you'll see a lot today on the internet is this sense of wistful nostalgia. And people aren't necessarily reminiscing about the same things. But just like the different fashion circles and music subgenres, the feeling is similar. Everybody going to the movies is one of the classic examples that comes up when people talk about the old.
There's some shit I never really was too interested in was the movies. 9 times out of 10, if we start a movie, we're not gonna finish. So I'd rather watch that shit to the crib.
Monoculture. But the one movie in 2026 that feels like it's accomplishing that is the Michael Jackson movie. And what fits nicer into the framework of modern nostalgia than a movie about the biggest pop star from like 50 years ago? In last week's video, I looked at Spotify's top global streaming songs, and I noticed that almost half of them were at least 2 years old, if not older. Michael Jackson songs, 2010 pop songs, Fleetwood Mac songs, they're all out streaming like all the new pop stars except for maybe Olivia Rodrigo. Hip-hop is stuck in a vortex where the mainstream media seems to only care about stars from a past era whenever they pop back up with something new, and when those artists aren't dropping, the powers that be are ignoring all the newer artists in favor of rehashing arguments about the big three or who Jay-Z was subbing in a freestyle. In the meantime, right-wing Twitter accounts are posting pictures and videos of what the world used to be like using the phrase return with a V, claiming that modern liberal society and gay people took this away from them. And it won't take too many scrolls before you see the video of that one diner that still makes Coke the old-fashioned way. Others are nostalgic for an older internet, before everything was a covert ad or a deliberately seeded clip of some controversial streamer that none of us actually care about. But all of those people, as different as their interests are extremely inherently nostalgic, and isn't that a shared culture in itself? We aren't the first age of people to be nostalgic, or to care about the past, or to spend a lot of time going through the archives. The Renaissance was like this. The American founding fathers were obsessed with societies of the past, but with that being said, they had to break out like a dusty old encyclopedia or go to a physical place like a library in order to see these things. Nowadays, we just click one button on our phones, which we carry with us basically at all times, and then get blasted by archival content begging us to reminisce on the old days, on times that were much simpler. And that stuff does well in the algorithm because it resonates with almost everybody, thus making it a shared cultural feeling. But nostalgia isn't the only feeling being amplified by the modern internet into becoming something that I see as being almost monocultural. I think a general sense of anger is being stoked by the algorithm as well. Just how people may be nostalgic about wildly different parts of the past, but collectively are all still nostalgic. People might be angry for drastically different reasons, but they're all still angry. Think about the most divisive issues of our time. The US two-party system, the Israel-Palestine conflict, whether SGA is flopping and free throw baiting. The way information about these things spreads on the internet is fueled by anger. I'm not trying to equate these positions because in almost all of these, there's one that I think is the right side to be on. But instead, I want to look at how similarly people on opposite sides feel about these issues. It's about the feeling, not about who's right. A Trump party line voter believes in completely different things than a No Kings protester, and yet both of them are extremely angry about the state of the world. A mind state that is cultivated by what they are each receiving in their daily helpings of the algorithmic internet. I've talked about it in a previous video, but modern social media algorithms are not only driven by what you like and what you share, they're also, especially on modern Twitter, driven by what you hate engage with. I've tried to stop doing this because I've realized what it does to my brain. At the end of the day, algorithms are designed to keep your attention, not to show you things that you like. And there's a fundamental difference between those two things, because psychologically, humanity is drawn towards negativity. We have nostalgia and we have anger, but I think that there's a third piece of the holy trinity of modern monoculture, and that's apathy. There was a now well-covered shift in social media apps where we just stopped seeing our friends because these apps stopped showing us posts in chronological order and stopped only showing us people that we followed, and instead started giving us this algorithmic mix of things that they think are for you.
That shit's so annoying. Like, bitch, I don't want to see what's for me. I want to see what the fuck I'm following. Like, that shit's so aggravating.
Context clips that are determined by your demographics and your past behavior.
The
The
funny
truth is the
videos
app gets your
cool,
interests
search
wrong a
shit
lot.
cool,
The
but
clavicular
for the
gets
most
frame
part-
mogged thing was the perfect encapsulation of that. It became a meme because people were like, what is this? And I think this like for you style social media algorithm alienates people from their fellow humans.
That nigga be
Because
like, he
you
off
see people that
drugs.
you just don't know who they are. You don't know why
Little
they're doing
head,
the thing that
strong
they're
as
doing in the
hell,
video, but
shoulders
it's
big as
deliberately
hell.
framed in a way to make you feel a type of way about them. And they're not a part of your in-group, which in turn can make some people feel apathetic towards their existence. With the amount of carnage and death being reported from overseas conflicts on our phones, it appears that a human way of processing it and making sense of it is to pretend that it's as distant from us as possible. How else can you reconcile being alive and safe and well-fed every day, while somewhere else across the world, somebody is living in absolute hell just because they were unlucky enough to be born there and you were lucky enough to be born here? The brutality of
Gaza.
World War I is widely accepted now, but because of the way war was reported back then with
But they make over here look better than what it is.
less instant communication
It look better than
technology,
what it
not
is
as many
for
people
real.
were aware of how bad it was until everybody
That
came
don't
home
mean
and
we
talked
not
about it,
privileged.
or didn't come home. Works like All Quiet on the Western Front, released about 10 years later,
it's
documented
easy
it
to
in
get stuck on
retrospect,
a loop
and
over
solidified
here.
those feelings, but that's a 10-year gap. Today,
Stuck
something
paying
bad
bills
happens,
and shit
you're
like
watching
that,
a
renting
video
shit
of it
out.
5 minutes later. The Vietnam War is often called
My
the
Parley
first
still
televised
alive
war,
five.
and as you might expect, it led to this
I already
huge
know what it's hitting
civilian
the fuck.
protest movement. Because people were like, why is this happening? I don't want this to happen. But in the years since, there's been this buildup
Know
of
what time it
fatigue
is.
and inevitability associated with overseas conflict when you're in the United States. Yes, people objected to the Iraq War in 2003, and people have objected to every single conflict in between Vietnam and now. But there's also this sense of defeatism because people keep objecting, but the government keeps doing it. So the way that a lot of people cope with this is just pretending like it's happening far away, and they're awarded that luxury because a lot of American conflicts actually are happening thousands and thousands of miles away to people that we've never met and never really talked to. And that
To people
distance
with no
breeds
military.
apathy as a byproduct. If it doesn't affect me, it doesn't matter. And to a lot of people, this is amplified when those people are unlike them in some way, shape, or form. Gender, race, religion. And it's not just for international conflict. You see people talk about it with the way they talk about red states and blue states, or even blue cities. Like, what does that even mean? Some of the most Republican people I've ever seen in my life grew up with me in Queens. And yet, conservatives on the internet will talk about New York and San Francisco like they're these post-apocalyptic zombie wastelands. And at the same time, as someone who grew up in New York with an admittedly probably liberal slant with a lot of the people that I met and my teachers and all that, they would talk about rural America like nobody had teeth and everybody stopped going to school in the 3rd grade. Having been lucky to tour the country twice now for music, I've confirmed that that's really not the case at all. There's plenty of fascinating, super interesting, open-minded, and cool people across the entire country. And in general, I just feel like we're probably a lot more similar than we think. But the new internet's way of just showing you anybody but the people you actually know and love is breeding this sense of apathy about everybody else around you. It's making people antisocial, afraid, less curious, things that I feel like are bad. And maybe this part is just cope or wishful thinking, but I don't feel like that attitude necessarily translates to real life as much as you might think it does. Because I still see people helping each other out, helping a stranger carry a stroller up and down the stairs at the subway, telling someone when they drop something, or helping a stranger with their car. I feel like these things happen way more often than the internet would lead you to believe. And the irony of it all to me is that when these people cross paths in real life and they treat each other with respect and dignity, they very well could be the same people screaming at each other and telling each other to eat shit and die on the internet behind cartoon profile pictures. That was kind of a long tangent, so let's talk about apathy with pop culture and how people are engaging with it in 2026. Many of our sources of media, long regarded as trustworthy, are having their reputations eroded. 60 Minutes is being gutted. People on both sides of the political spectrum distrust mainstream media companies like CNN. Nobody thinks SNL is funny anymore, except for my aunt. Maybe the monoculture isn't Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. It's not caring about them. Whether you're a sports ball saying Swiftie who would flinch if someone passed the ball in your direction, thus you don't care about the football game happening, or you're a retired high school varsity veteran with low-grade CTE who just wants to watch their version of the game they love and not Taylor's version. But I don't know. I've been thinking about this all week. I'm not even sure if I'm right, but I didn't want to tell you that at the beginning of the video so you'd give my ideas a chance. On one hand, there's the depth of the monoculture that we all know, and on the other hand, everybody is saying that everyone is dressing the same, making the same music, eating the same food. So can those two things coexist? Let me know what you guys think. And if you like videos on music and culture like this one, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. I post a video every week. If you want to see them early, go to my Instagram, Haji Gaviota, throw me a follow and join my broadcast channel, or hit the link in the description and join my Substack. I put the links to my videos one day early in both of those places for free. Also, my band Elmjack is going on tour this August, our first headlining tour, playing 5 cities: Syracuse, Chicago, Toronto, Philly, and Brooklyn. Some of those places I'm going to for the first time. People have been asking me to go to Toronto since like before the pandemic. Guess what? It's happening, Crody. I'll see you there. Tickets are in the description. Let me know what you want me to cover next. Peace.
Press the video.
Better know what you're doing when you're going on that mission. I know professional shooters and I get them niggas pissed. But for that drill, they walk down. My young niggas most so sick. I try to teach this bitch a lesson. That little bitches wouldn't list. I tired of lectures. Now I'm sending all these hoes to the tip. I put my city on loose swag. Little bitch, check out my invention. When be all niggas get a bag, we heading straight to the dick. I'ma put some diamonds in my dick. Reach for my jewelry, I leave you crazy.